out of EDG. They've got Cocoon, they've got Death Sentence, they've got an Arrow, as Thresh is locked in for Mako, and EDG, they're going to be hunting.
Keystone Masteries on the bottom of your screen. The one that I always like to talk about is the Lulu Windspeaker's Blessing versus the Lulu Thunderlords. Typically, when she goes Windspeaker's Blessing...
This out, there's another Shock Blast. Flash Cocoon forces the flash out of Cool, something that he will happily take. Scout looks to follow up, though, Blast Plant. He's exhausted. Ignite is burning down! Oh, first blood, Scout.
And Cool...
To use his incredible solo mechanics to put Newbee ahead. And now that we're finally getting the chance to see this once again... Cool gets bopped by Scout and a stand united from Mouse. I was just trying to laud you. I was just trying to support you, Cool. Flash, but he's able to get the block off once again. He's doing a lot to soak this, so Sky has got to get out. Meanwhile, Swift is trying to chase. Mouse will go down. Meanwhile, a dive bottom. They've caught more. He flashes, but that is EDG.
Side, and you can see why it's so poor from bottom side.
There goes the Shock Blast. The Arrow catches more. He's going to die. LWX leaves his support to die. Sky actually teleported down there.
Why did he go back?
He is feeling lucky. Here comes the minion wave. Shock Blast is going to start peppering in. And immediately they set up the dive. FireLolly's tanking. He gets burned so fast. Easy peasy turret reset. Cocoon sets it up. Holding on to the Arrow, in fact. They're gifting the kill over to Scout. Oh, you need to actually kill him, though. There he goes.
My favorite part of that was still watching Zet and River. Because he walked finally. Right place, right time.
Yeah, he's able to save his AD carry this time. But can he save himself as he walks into the brush and gets pulled into his death? How was there an assist from Mouse? Was that still following up? Oh, there's the Lantern. FireLolly hops right over the wall. That's the interaction.
Okay, finally, we get to see it.
Oh, Cool tries to catch them. He flashes in. True Shot Barrage brings them low. Oh, but Zed is in the front. The AD carry is now the tank. That's a repel. Teleport in. He's going to get Mouse, but Swift joins the fight, and suddenly EDG need to escape. They've lost their tank as they've lost Zed. Now Mako will die as well, and Mouse should have Flash, but decides just to go down instead and hold on to that Summoner. Oh, no, it just ticks over now. Sky makes his way up there along with Moore. The blue buff, ooh, is an elaborate bait. The Arrow catches Swift after he flashes, and he, pinned against the wall, dies. Meanwhile, Moore is like, oh god, again.
Around this area anyway, because we're on mountain, we need to actually start sweeping out this flanking vision. Because the only play that Newbee would have then is a teleport flank play from Nautilus.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's one of the benefits of sweeping.
Because the stand united is there, and because he's so big and so far ahead of the clock, it doesn't matter.
Ooh, looks like Newbee might try to fight this. As Thrill of the Hunt is popped, they're trying to assassinate Scout. The bounty is still standing, and he dies. A good knockup by Moore locks him down as Mouse makes his way over the wall. The Dragon, meanwhile, was picked up. Here comes the wall from Cool. It's going to get him in range of the fight, but EDG are almost under their tier 2. They've managed to tag onto Zet, and the CC flings him right back in, and Newbee take a fight.
This is
level 11 to 12. It's going to be close. He hops over. FireLolly goes up. He's trying to stall it out. And he comes right back over the wall. He's got his flash, though. Makes it in. Doesn't get the steal. It's secured by Newbee. He will end up dying, though. So, too, does Mouse. A Scout is going to WX. He gets back in. 23 minutes in. The inhibitor turret falls. Despite the momentum being so heavily in EDG's favor, the Seesaw swings the other way. Swift gets pulled back in. He's very tanky. Tries to get out, but will die as Mako tags him up. Redemption even heals them back up to full. A good tectonic disruption prevents them from chasing any further, though. But flash of Moore, but decides to turn onto Sky instead. As Zet uses the CC from Mako to try burning through that Nautilus's health, and he's got enough. LWX shows up, but it's too late, and Moore once again cheats back in to give his life to EDG.
Can't outrange and continue to fight even when the Weaver's Ball separates him from the team.
Yeah, they're now turning on to the Dragon. It is picked up by EDG, and they immediately tag Swift with a Shadow Dash afterwards. He dies ingloriously.
And again, miscommunication with the top, whereas Scout, fish in a barrel. He just wants to sit here and continue to throw out Qs.
There goes the Weaver's Wall. That pulls Scout in fact. He's now pinned against it. They bounce him all around, and in the bounce house, he drops to Swift. Meanwhile, Zet is going to try to turn this around. He manages to kill Sky, but Swift leaping over the wall, catches him with a bolo. The hook misses as Swift outplays the hell out of EDG. Cool is able to set him up for that success. FireLolly gets knocked back in. He repels, but doesn't make the Lantern, even dies mid-flash.
And for all of Cool's shortcomings in the early portion of the and Mouse is just trying to get table scraps at this point. Like, can I get the bottom in him?
He's working on it. That Tiamat is doing work for him.
Oh, no.
Gets his Guardian Angel popped, and now Scout is like, dude, it's going to be tough. He's able to take the Lantern to safety, but Mako follows up. Hook is going to miss, but he's pulled back onto LWX and goes down. And now the fight has begun anew. Mouse tries to trade it back. Arrow from Zet misses, and suddenly EDG have got to find themselves sweating as the Baron is being started. It's already down to a third of the health. Sky is getting in there. They have no vision towards the pit, and Sky will gladly trade his life or perhaps even try to take a fight. They've managed to pop Fire Lolly. Zet's in the front, and Zet goes down to Cool. Swift continues following. It's all up to Scout. Can he do what he did earlier? He tries to assassinate LWX and succeeds, and now Cool has joined the battle. Scout is about to get his cooldowns back around while Mouse keeps the others occupied. Exhaust denies it, but Mako resets once again. Swift goes in a Shadow Dash, finds 3. Scout is firing across, gets 1, looking for 2. He's exhausted again, but he gets it. That's 3 kills for Scout, and now Swift, it's carry versus carry, and he's playing with the vision.
But check out where Sky is right now.
He survived the fight. He's teleported into the base. He's trying to end the game right here, right now. Baron up, super minions. The Scout has to take the long way back. Mako is doing everything he can to stall this game out, to deny this Nautilus the chance to close it. And the Nexus is still standing, but only barely. Sky is getting pathed by the minions as Swift now joins up. That's a flash auto attack. Fire Lolly's in there. They've got to kill Swift.
No.
He's got the AD. They managed to get him, and Sky goes down. The Nexus is kept alive, but only just.
Swift takes a look to his left at that one creep that stepped out of the way for the cocoon. He's like, mother.
He already used his flash. Knock up onto Zet plus 2-shot barrage. Swift dives onto him, but he makes it over the wall, and Swift gets his GA pop. Zet's trying to heal up, but it looks like Fire Lolly will trade his life over. Jungler for jungler, a 1-for-1. And Sky goes back in while Mouse flanks from the back, and then now the tanks are going down. It's 3 versus 3.
But just the carries. Aw, oh, come on. Wimps.
My heart.
That's one of those beautiful...
Follows it up for a third. The redemption is dropped. He's going to barely heal. The third misses. Oh, and Cool solo kills it despite EDG racing to save him. That means the tank is dead. Weaver's wall forces flash out of Mako to kill him. Zet goes low, and Will finally drops. Scout is trying to turn it around. Flash snare onto him from Sky. As LWX goes in, he's happy to trade his life with the Jace if he can, and Jace is dead. Newbee take the fight off the assassination of Mouse, and his deficit alone will cost them this game.
And again, huge props to Cool. Yes, his early game suffered, but his late game entirely made up for it. Weaver's wall after Weaver's wall, perfectly placed, allowing them to siege up inhibs, to take out towers, to trap Swift out of making terrible mistakes.
And Newbee take
different role for what you've seen on Newbee. Let me take you down a trip, memory lane, Dom.
For this specific lineup, at least. I mean, even remembering week 1 of the All-In, especially now that they see Swift is just outside of vision. Weaver's wall is going to force the flash out of Swift, but he's pinned away and will go down. First blood Fire Lolly as War gets hooked in. Ooh, and pulled away from the tectonic disruption. Eats a chain of corruption, will eat a lot of burst. Arrow finds more. Let's teleport onto the minions as Moore gets pulled in, and they will kill him. Another kill for EDG as the teleport's completed for Mouse, but canceled for Sky.
Here comes the wall.
That's the Weaver's wall as Scout follows up, and another kill. 3 kills for EDG.
Thank you, EDG. This is what I wanted to see from you. I thought
certainly will be optimistic for him to do that right now as blue buff is stolen away by Fire Lolly and denied to Swift and Cool. They're now pressuring mid. They don't see him over the wall, and Fire Lolly solo kills Cool from the shadows.
Had flash, had shadows, didn't have enough time to...
Moore will try to turn on him. That's Azanias to stall it, but here comes the rest. An arrow from downtown locks it, but Scout is doing a lot of damage to Moore. On top of the Unraveled Earth, he's going to be knocked up. The Seismic Shove flings him back in, but the rest of EDG show up in time to secure the following 2 kills. 7-0 EDG of the jungle. Cool is forced to use Youmu's defensively as the arrow is fired and misses. Perhaps a little bit opportunistic, but they found more instead. They'd be happy to take that. They even find a follow-up hook onto Swift. Don't need an Unraveled Earth to lock him down.
They're just done. They're getting torn.
Will try to pop in. Fire Lolly just waits for it, though. Tries to burst him, eats a Sonic Wave before hopping back. Swift actually turns onto Scout. Will look for another assassination on the far side as it's turned into chaos, but Swift is the one who dies first. And there goes the Weaver's Wall to catch up with Cool. He's knocked back away. Just hit the Gromp. Ah, he actually decides to go for the Dissonance for a kill.
Games of cat and time that Varus comes fully online and can shred the tanks.
Yeah. Oh no, Swift is caught again.
He just got lemony sniggeted.
Oof. That was a series of a lot of health still on EDG. Those Scout and Zed are sitting in the back. Moore gets a ward over the wall. It's down to 2,000 health. The arrow was fired way too soon from LWX. Ooh, and FireLolly smite secure, takes the Baron. EDG now turn on to Cool, who decided not to commit. He's caught by the play and pulled into his death. 13-0. A super early death mark to try to pop this here as they manage to pop the GA. The minion wave is being cleared, but they're losing their bottom tier 2. It's up to Nautilus to hold the rest of them, and finally they're able to get the kill onto Maokai, so that's going to force this top inhibitor turret. A great Weaver's Wall separates the rest of Newbee. They break it down. They've got Mouse waiting over the back. He could even teleport if he wanted, but they managed to hook Swift in and pull him forward. Zhonya's to stall it out as Mako is zoning along with Mouse. Scout and Zet are firing shots onto Swift from behind. He drops. That's a quick assassination attempt from Cool. He finds Zet and will get the assassination at the cost of his own life, but only just. Scout unravels the earth and unravels the chances for Newbee to get back into this as Moore is bursted down by the rest of EDG. FireLolly resets the aggro, allowing Scout to continue firing across. He actually gets pulled back in, tanking turret aggro. They've got to respect the damage of that turret. They've got to respect the Nautilus. But they say, go down, sit down. We're going to game 3, ladies and gentlemen, as the Nexus turrets fall and EDG clean it up and reset the match. We are now in a best of 1.
And it took 30 minutes, but this game has been over for the last 15. Newbee just fell over like a stack of cards. It was a pretty pitiful performance from them, or at least a defense.
Yeah. EDG clean up their fundamentals. They clean up their... And Newbee round themselves out with a very comfortable all-around team composition. They've got excellent team fighting if they can make it to that phase, but it looks like EDG seem to be doing the same. They've got... There's a minion wave.
Can he get there?
He drops a ward.
Throw the Q!
Oh, he caught LWX! Oh, first blood!
Kill him!
Flashes away from the turret, and Moore is left sitting there on the corpse of his AD. That's a snare onto Moore. He's got no flash.
He's dead. He's definitely dead. He's
Alrighty, 2-0 EDG as LWX is on his way up there, but that culling is too little, too late as the mid-tier 1 gets broken.
EDG needs to be respectful.
Oh, they managed to line up the CC afterward. Shockwave flings Mouse forward, but that's already 2 dead.
And I say EDG need to respect as they... I'm going to say it was set up by Mako. Like, this is huge support props here. Because LWX and Moore face-checked into the Zyra lane so inefficiently, lost all of their pots, fat finger to heal, and then, like, time and time again, these routes into Chains of Corruptions, Mako is playing out of his mind.
All of the neutral objectives, they've got a minion wave building bottom. Mouse is even making his way down there. Scout, that's a bit of a mistake. Tries to go for the burst. He lands the stun flash from Swift. He dies to an auto attack of Mako. Still a mechanical, huge player. The wall, however, and away from the Sonic Wave. And Zet makes the same mistake as Scout. Culling. Oh, it's not enough, but Flash Auto is a shutdown. We were just saying they weren't making He just looks to tag him. There's no tier 2 for him to get to. It's going to take a long time to kill him. Unless Scout shows up with a Haunting Guise, they've got a lot of crowd control. And once again, the top laner of Newbee dies out of place.
But there's not the biggest problem. Even if they had their tank, he's not really tanky at this point in the game. But they can't face check into the area because there's no one to lead the charge. It means that the Baron is given away. Okay, Swift.
And then
one
turn
shot.
Right back around. Sonic Wave misses.
Oh my god!
Huh. Oh.
He didn't even get a chance to zippy.
that wasn't even Unleash Power. That was Scatter the Weak with an orb.
He didn't even get a wild growth off.
Yeah.
He had everything.
Mouse actually used his flash to get over the wall, but that's Swift. He pushes the minion wave back up towards the mid, which means he can start looking for a flank, but Scout heads him off at the pass.
Oh no, he still has ultimate.
Drops one and just presses R. Is not able to get the kill though, and oh, finally he's able to follow up. Meanwhile, fight on the far side. Zet dies to Sky as LWX is coming in for cleanup. It's 2 versus 2
They walk over the ward now, so Newbee are actually pulling the trigger and looking for a TP.
Oh man, but the teleport is completed from Sky into 5 people. They have so much damage. The rest of Newbee are suddenly backing away like, no, 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 no. Newbee are starting to creep in. They see that this is happening. Mouse is trying to zone. Baron is now picked up. Swift! Too little too late, buddy. He drops, and now they're turning onto LWX. Sky keeps Scout occupied, but will once again sacrifice his life. LWX is trying to shred through Mouse, but it's Cool who does damage to that Maokai. Holy cow, he chased him really far. Flash from Zet finally catches up, and it looks like it's 5 versus 2. This could be it.
As the teleport comes through from Mouse, this is the hammer drop from EDG. Wasn't as clean in the late game as it should have been, but eventually they made the right call. They smothered and tore Newbee's base apart, and are now flooding it with creeps.
Oh!
Hello?
That was the shockwave, and there it goes. FireLolly follows up and is going to chase the rest of the team away, while EDG, in frustration, turned to the Nexus. And finally, after much delay, are able to close out the series and take the revenge win against Newbee.
To be fair, who has that much experience playing with like a 10K gold lead at 20 minutes? EDG were like...
Place your bets on more than 15 esports games. Deposit and withdraw easily using many worldwide payment methods. Place your bets live while enjoying the game. We offer 24/7 support and bonuses for every new user. Bet now on ArcaneBet.com.